Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. Um, did any of you guys have a special word that you pick for the year? I know many people every single year when the new year's coming, they pray and they ask God for a word and they stand upon that word throughout the year. It has a really significant meaning. I started this probably just a couple years back. I heard so many people talk about words, and I definitely uh, have enjoyed doing so. But this year, my word was providence. And when I got the word providence last year, right before the new year, I didn't even really know what providence meant. So I actually had to look it up, and it's really, really amazing how significant it is for this time. Providence means the protective care of God or of nature as a spiritual power, timely preparation for future eventualities. What an interesting word for the year 2020. Um, and it's actually given me so much peace because uh, it was telling me that God is protecting me throughout this year, and He's preparing me, and even now, still preparing me for what's happening and what's coming. I'm very interested to know what the words that you've been given. You can go ahead and throw them in the comments below. And what have they meant to you, and what is God speaking to you through this season? I really believe as sons and daughters, He's already been drawing us even before the year 2020. But in this year, He's giving us clear vision and helping us to see what is true and what is necessary and what's important, where our priority should be. It's shaking so many different things loose that don't need to go with you in the future. You know, there's so many things in our life that we feel that we need to have, but at the end of the day, the only thing that we need is Him. And I believe He's shaking off the dead branches. He prunes the vines because He is the vine and we are the branches. And the ones that are not needed, He cuts them off and prunes them so that our tree will be full of life, like the tree of life. And I really believe this is that time, and we should be at perfect peace because He has called us and prepared us with everything we need for this time. Because He's such a good father. And so many times my 9-year-old son, he says to me, like, Mom, I hate 2020, or I hate Corona. And I look at him and I say, you know what? This has not all been bad. You have to look at it in the right manner. We've all been home and we've been safe. We're spending more time together. We're having more movie nights together. And there's not chaos in our home. There's peace in our home. We are creating an atmosphere just like He is for with being the providence, the protective care. And we are the protective care for our children. And I know that my son is missing out on friends and those connections, but I am believing and praying that God will bring friends around, even if it's one or two. And I pray that for your children also. But I'm curious to know what your word for the year was. And I just want to remind you that the word of God is true. And Heidi Baker said in something I listened to recently, she said, we are not to go out into the battle naked. He didn't intend for us to do that. He intended us to arm ourselves with the Word of God. The Word of God is going to be what we stand upon in this time, the Word of God. If we know the Word of God, we will have the battle plan to be able to handle everything that's coming out from the left, from the right, from underneath, from above. Like, it is intense and insane right now. But we have the peace that passes all understanding. And if we remember that we are victorious, we do not have a need to fear. So I'm just curious, guys, what was your word for the year? Mine was providence, and we were made for such a time as this. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.